What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Not So Pro Fantasy Football Talk. Yes, I know we are still early from the season, but we're going to be hitting up some mock drafts a lot. And I do mean a lot. So, by special request from a fan from our Discord, which the link is in the description if you do want to join, there's a lot of perks that come with it. He was like, "Hey, can you do a mock draft today?" And it was just out of the blue. Today is actually my rest day. I was going to go hit up the gym since I missed yesterday because of maybe the same individual. But I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's run it, man. So we're doing a mock draft today on Sleeper Fantasy. So if you guys want to join, I'm going to go ahead and put a quick link out into the comment section here. So post in the comment section right now. So if you guys want to join, here's the link. Go ahead, feel free. We are a competitive, free, uh, fun zone, whatever you want to call it. But before we get into the mock draft, I do have a few announcements. Okay, so if you want to play fantasy football, we do have leagues here in NSP. We got 3 total leagues. Two of them are free. One of them's filled out already. So we got spots in the other free league, and then we have a paid league. The paid league is $25 to enter, but you're going to want to win that league. It's awesome prizes. We're not allowed to give out cash prizes, but we are giving away a WWE formatted uh fantasy football championship belt. It's super cool, super heavy, leather, metal, all of the above. And we're giving away a lot of prizes in that league as well. So if you guys aren't joined in that league just yet, you want to do so. It's 25. Hit me up on one of the links that's in the description down below and we'll get you in. The other announcement I have is that if you haven't heard yet, we are doing a giveaway. The giveaway is right here behind me. Obviously, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm a Niners fan, if you couldn't tell. We have a Stephon Gilmore autographed mini helmet. So this Stephon Gilmore autographed mini helmet is going to go to one of our subscribers who are out there. It comes with a letter of authenticity. You can see it right there inside the helmet. 100% legit, 100% real, and it's going out to one of our subscribers. So if you want to know how to answer that, look at our most recent YouTube short or TikTok. Yes, we are on TikTok. And all you have to do is comment done on that video and make sure you subscribe here on YouTube and follow us on TikTok. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. We're going to get into Sleeper Fantasy here. We got some of the guys from the Discord. It's like, again, this was super last minute. So we're going to get here. I'm going to claim the 10 spot. I'm going to go 9, actually. I'm always stuck in between Zombie K98 and Liam. So I want to go over here, give myself some space. I haven't done 9 yet in a mock draft or underdog. I usually do underdog drafts as well. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know. We could possibly do one today. I see Nestor just mess with me out there. That's Zombie K98. So you just lost your. Oh, I'm claiming that before you take it back up again. So I'm at number 10. Last pick in the draft for some people who run 10-man leagues and a very crucial spot for 12-man leagues. And I also see Ben Benavides switching up his position as well. It looks like I'm going to get trolled on this mock draft, but nonetheless, we're going to have a great one today. So let's get right into it. We're going to go ahead and start the draft here and see how everyone does today. So these are spots, your usual Justin Jefferson, McCaffrey, Jamar Chase. We got some talk here. We got Kyrie, the last pick in that he is him. And it looks like we're about to get on the clock. We got some big time players off the board. We see Liam Backus over here taking Kelsey with the 4th overall pick. Now, how do you feel about that's kind of crazy taking Kelsey the 4th overall pick? I feel like that's where you start to think about reaching. I'm not too sure. I'm glad he secured a good tight end. Now it's my turn. I purposely left a minute 30 because I can get carried away talking to y'all. Let's look at the board. All right. So far this off season for fantasy football, I've been going heavy when it comes to fantasy, when it comes to wide receivers. And I see Stephon Diggs. I like Stephon Diggs a lot. I do want to look at running backs. We see Saquon. He just signed his deal, so he will be playing this upcoming season. Derrick Henry, I feel like that could be possibly a bit of a reach. But if I could get one of these 3 guys, Saquon, Taylor, or Derrick Henry, the next round, then I feel pretty good. So as far as wide receivers, we got Diggs and CeeDee Lamb. I like Diggs a little bit more here than CeeDee Lamb. They're both going to be consistent, but we'll see what's available. So we got Stephon Diggs here. I'm going to star CeeDee Lamb, and then I'm going to go to running backs here. I'm going to star Barkley, Taylor, Henry. I see who is out there. Who I thought Oh my gosh. I thought I had like a little cube. Maybe that's just on Underdog Fantasy. So Zombie K98 takes AJ Brown with the 11th pick in the first round. I don't know how I feel about that. I think he should be a first rounder. I'm not too crazy about AJ Brown this upcoming season. He's still going to do well. It's going to be consistent. So I'm not mad at it. Of course, Ben the Dog Benavides takes Nick Chubb with the ninth overall pick. He's a big Browns fan. If you know a Browns fan, hit a like on this video because I have no other people in the history of my life that I know who is a Browns fan. So this is it's pretty cool to have one in your life. It kind of sounds weird, right? Having one. I've just it's hard to find Browns fans. For my generation, we just haven't seen any upside with the Browns. I mean, it's just horrible. I don't want to say luck because I feel like they do it to themselves, especially with like all those videos that are coming out that you see like the head coaches out there, the old head coaches. I'm not gonna say the current ones talking in the conference room. You're just like, really? That's how it went? That's horrible. That's really bad. So with the it's our turn again. So we got Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, and Jonathan Taylor are off the board. So they are just okay. They might be trolling with me. Zombie K98 takes Debo Samuel. I'm very questionable about his wide receiver room. I do want to see what's available in wide receivers. We have CeeDee Lamb. So we could solidify a really good wide receiver room here with CeeDee Lamb and Stephon Diggs. And I think that's what I might just do. As you can tell, his ADP is at 11.7, which we are now at the uh 12 pick here. I'm not going to, sorry, not 12 pick. We are at the 14th pick here, and we're going to go ahead out there. So we're getting CeeDee Lamb. I like our wide receiver room. We're looking pretty darn solid right now. Oh man, okay. Now everything's going home. We see Patrick Mahomes going in the second round here. So the first quarterback is off the board. Now, do we want to reach and get an elite quarterback here? I don't know. We did get news today that Joe Burrow is going to be out for a few weeks, and we have 6 weeks until the regular season starts. So, how worried am I about that? I'm not crazy worried. I don't see the head coach being all that worried. I don't see all the wide receivers being worried. They could be good at just concealing that, but I'm not convinced that he is out this upcoming season. I think it was a strain, a calf strain, was it? So let him rest, let him rehab, get back to it. But I'm not worried about it. So Burrow is still going to be my go-to guy for fantasy football. We got Liam back on the clock. His first pick was Travis Kelsey. I like that. But let's see what he does here. Does he go wide receivers? We have a lot of wide receivers off the board. Guilty here. But I don't know if y'all notice here, but we see kind of a trend so far, right? Like team five, two wide receivers. And he kind of double dipped here in Miami. I don't know how I feel about that. And then we see team six, two running backs. You got Eckler and Jacobs. Pretty good stack there. And then team seven, you have Cooper Cup, Devontae Adams, two wide receivers. Oh, this guy's running out of time here. Oh, he's stuck. He's stuck between some guys. Ben the dog here, two running backs, and me, two wide receivers for Zombie, and two running backs for Kyrie. Time's up. He's going to get best available. Hopefully, it's not Amon Ron. He gets Jalen Hurts, which is not bad, but now he's really going to struggle with some running backs and wide receivers that he went tight end and QB first. Oh, he's on auto pick now. Hopefully, he'll come back. Maybe something happened. Hopefully, he's okay. But let's go back here. It is Ben the dog who is on the clock. He has two running backs. I'm pretty sure he's going to hit up a wide receiver here. And I'm pretty sure that wide receiver, ooh, I kind of like Keenan Allen in this spot here, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf is going to be your consistent guy. I see a lot of great things from that rookie out there. And he goes D-Hop with the Tennessee Titans. Wow. Is that a reach? Is he going too much? This is like everyone's contemplating like how high should D Hop go now that he's with the team and the team being the Tennessee Titans, or should I say the Tennessee Oilers? Let's go to running backs here. We got Najee Harris, which I'm really high on. I'm surprised his ADP is at 31.5 here. I'm not too convinced with Najee being this high. I might have to go that route. Aaron Jones, he's been seeing a lot of disrespect. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the pass catching running back as like Najee Harris. I think he's going to have a huge upside this season, especially with the Steelers updating that offensive line. So they made a huge upgrade this offseason about rehamping the offensive line, not totally, but just enough for them to make a difference. You guys got to remember, they're coming from the worst offensive line in the system in the league last year. And also Najee Harris playing all last year with an injury. So this should be a huge difference this upcoming season with Najee Harris and how he performs, especially having more time, hopefully better offensive line play. Let's see what he does. And I'm a total believer in that. You see Zombie K98 taking Aaron Jones right after I pick Najee Harris. See, I like Aaron Jones, right? But we kind of know for sure. Do we know for sure that Aaron Jones is not going to be a Packer next year? I kind of feel like he's not. So I think Jordan Love, or I think the system out there is going to want to revolve more of a younger running back, whether that be AJ Dillon or someone else that they have back there to help Love develop a relationship with that individual. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Uh, Liam says, auto draft, man. I left for 2 minutes and got me Hurts in the second. Oh, wow. I know that's pretty tough. You're in a tough predicament over here. You have Kelsey Hurts, and then you had to go out and get T. Higgins as your wide receiver one. That's a little worrisome. Let's hope that this does not happen during your real draft. And I do believe that you can't make it here on the draft, so you can't hear me. I want to put like big oofs. I can't spell for the life of me right now. I am running solo today again, so things are going to be a little challenging as we go along. But guys, if you all did not hear the beginning of this podcast or this live draft, we are doing fantasy football drafts. So if you guys want to play fantasy football, hit me up in one of the links here in the description or comment on this video that you want to play. We got a free league that's still available, and we also have a paid league. It's a $25 pay and buy-in, I mean. So we are back on the clock. Do I want to go out and get a QB here? We still got Joe Burrow. I like that a lot. I think I might go Joe Burrow. Running backs, we got some elite running backs out here. I want to go ahead and hit up some absolute units in the wide receiver position and the running back position. Or do we have no? Okay, I was kind of hoping that Mark Andrews was still available, but he went in the second round. I want to go Travis Etienne probably. I'm a little worried because they did draft a rookie running back in the second round. So is there a little bit of uncertainty when it comes to ETN? I don't know, but that's a risk I'm willing to take this upcoming season. Let's get ourselves ETN and miss out on Joe Burrow. That's going to hurt us just a little bit. But right now, I feel like our team is pretty even. Oh, Joe Burrow goes out team 7. Let's see if Lamar Jackson goes out team 3. Justin Herbert goes out team 1. They're flying like hotcakes over here. Let's see what we do. Do we go for a tight end here or do we go for a quarterback? We got Justin Fields, which a lot of people are high on. I'm not too crazy about Justin. I like Dak Prescott here. And honestly, I don't know why he's going so low. He didn't have the best season last year. But remember, they did reamp that wide receiver room and they did get rid of a big problem with Ezekiel Elliott. Not totally. He can come back. I'm very curious to see how that plays out this upcoming season. But we'll see. So I might just go ahead and go tight end here. And we see George Kittle is off the board. TJ Hawkinson is off the board. I'm not too crazy about Kyle Pitts. And Evan Ingram just gets off the board with Ben the Dog Benavides. So we're in the 5th round. Kyle Pitts, do we want to risk that? Do we want to go Kyle Pitts? We don't have much of an option here. So I have to get one of those high profitable guys, especially in this new offense system. He's still very young, going on his 3rd year. I gotta go for him, man. You know what they say, young rookie QBs. I know he's not a rookie, but young QB's best friend is a tight end. So hopefully we see a lot of Kyle Pitts for my sake. I know it's just a mock draft, but you got to treat it as if it's a real draft because anything could happen during your draft. So hopefully you guys are part of fantasy football this season. Obviously, if you're watching this, more than likely you are playing fantasy football this upcoming season. If you aren't, if you're looking for one, we are doing some leagues. So let me know if you are interested. We are I don't want to say family friendly. We are a friend friendly, right? Because we're not a family friendly. I don't know how to say that. Let's just say it's PG-13. because some of these guys in our Discord and some of these guys in our league, they could get a little competitive. That's all I'm going to say. But also, we also are doing a giveaway. So if you guys are a Cowboys fan, if you're interested in this helmet that's right here behind me, this is a Stephon Gilmore autographed mini helmet. There's an autograph right there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's an autograph right there. It comes with a letter of authenticity, and we are giving that away to one of our subscribers. So if you are interested in winning that, go to our most recent YouTube short, comment done there, and just make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube and our TikTok. Yes, we do have TikTok. You can follow us in the link that's in the description. Let's see. We got some talking going on over here on Sleeper. I need to find my mouse. We says, not gonna lie, my team looking fire for real though. I don't know, man. Your team looking fire. You got Saquon, Taylor, really. I'm not crazy about really. I'm not crazy about Cooper. I don't know what you're smoking, Kyrie. Well, I gotta go anyway. So auto draft for the win, I guess. Oh, Liam, appreciate you coming, man. We're not family friendly. Well, you heard it there from Zombie K98. We're not family friendly. We're super competitive, but we are friendly, to say the least. Let's see. He gets Pat Freemuth. Darren Waller. I totally forgot about Darren Waller. I would like to get him, but if Kyle Pitts is available, I'd rather take the risk there. We got Trevor Lawrence available for the QB position. Safety with Dak Prescott. I think Dak Prescott will be available. Trevor Lawrence is available next turn. I'm definitely going to snag him up. I want to look at the flex positions over here. We got Chris Godwin, Dallas Goedert, Dalvin Cook, who still has not signed with a team. So I'm a little worried about that. We are in the 6th round here. Do I reach for someone like James Conner? I really want to reach for him. Is Rachaad White still on the board? Let me see if he's on here. Rachaad White is still on the board. He'd probably still be available. Let's get rid of those. Chris Godwin, Michael Pittman, Brandon Ayuk, Marquise Brown. I think I'd rather go with a flex running back here and hit up James Conner. And if Trevor Lawrence is still available, that's who we're getting next. Which I doubt. Since these guys are listening into this podcast, I doubt those guys are going to be available. We got Dalvin Cook, Akers off the board. Good players. Lockett just got off the board. Big. Rachaad White's off the board. David Montgomery. I'm surprised David Montgomery's off the board now. A lot of wide receivers leaving. That's a lot of wide receivers. Trevor Lawrence is taken by Ben the Dog Benavides. Oh my goodness. I cannot stand these guys sometimes. They're such trolls, man. I swear. George Pickens is still on here. I like George Pickens a lot. I think he's going to be a lot better than Johnson for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But do I really want to double dip there and get Najee Harris and George Pickens? I'm not too sure if I really want to do that. But what other options do I have? We got Brandon Cooks here. I don't want to reach either. Bro, I was paying Justin Fields falls to me. Oh, man. Yeah. Not going to happen. Not going to happen, Kyrie. It's okay, though. We could cry about it together. I didn't get Trevor Lawrence. So going forward, I think I am taking George Pickens up next. Actually, no. That's definitely a reach. If you look at the ADPs here, George Pickens going in the 8th round. Ben the Dog's on here. Taking TL for my tight end. You're taking TL. Who's your TL? What's TL? Oh, Trevor Lawrence for my tight end. Well, you're on the clock, big dog. Who you choosing, bro? Oh well. Too light for you. He auto drafts Michael Pittman, which is the guy that I kind of wanted to get. We need to reinforce our wide receiver room. I know we don't have a quarterback. Quarterbacks, we got Dak Prescott. We might have to go out and get Dak Prescott. Let me see what we have wide receivers. I like George Pickens there. I do. We're going to go George Pickens. I'm going to take the risk at the QB position. We're going to get George Pickens here just to reinforce.
You should do that.
What the hell? What? Reed, what are you doing here?
Am I not allowed to be here?
You just startled me.
I apologize.
I wasn't expecting anyone. I heard something in the background, and I'm going through my 3 screens right now, and I come back and I see you here.
I'm here.
Well, hello there. Zombie K98 says hi
What's
in
up?
the draft chat. So we had Liam here earlier, which I want to give a huge shout out to Liam. Liam stayed, we went live for 2 hours yesterday, and he stayed all of 2 hours. It
Jeez.
was crazy. Yeah, he stayed all of 2 hours, watched both drafts, and he was, super involved when it came to our chat room. So thank you, Liam, for that. If you do watch this later on, he had some very nice words to say. Zombie K98 says he's getting Joan Dotson. Okay. You're having some real trust when it comes to Washington. Those are the type of players I kind of want to stay away from, those Washington players, just because, I mean, there's so many areas to throw the ball, right? There's so many areas to share the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm trying to fix my light. It's like half dark in my room. For some reason, it's not connecting.
So, real quick, we have Kyrie over here saying that his team is looking pretty fire.
Okay, can you show me his team?
I am showing it right now.
Can you go to your team and pull up his?
Sure, we'll go ahead and do that.
It's the easier way to do it.
I mean, you could just okay.
I mean, it's just easier. You can see the full thing. It's at the bottom. There you go. Okay, so Deshaun Watson, Saquon, Jonathan Taylor, Calvin Ridley, Amari Cooper, Darren Waller. Can you scroll it down?
I thought it was easier.
Well, if you would help me. Darren Waller, Alexander Madison, Michael Thomas. It's not bad. It's a good team. I gotta give him that. He says, "Call me crazy, but give me Michael Thomas." So he took Michael Thomas there. I think he could have I think he's gonna have a better year than he's had in the past. We'll see how good.
Well, he hasn't played for the past 2 years.
Oh, there it is. You can finally see me again.
Okay, so here I'm finally going to get my quarterback. I'm going to go Dak Prescott. I find myself drafting Dak Prescott a lot recently, especially yesterday with the news of Joe Burrow, but we did get some clarification today that he will be back before the season starts. So we are happy about that.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It's a really good thing. That's really all they got going for them.
I also think the Cowboys offense is going to be very pass heavy with Mike McCarthy calling the plays. So
I think Mike McCarthy is still calling the same plays from 2010.
Exactly. So pass heavy.
So let's see what we need next. Should we go backup tight end this early? We got Dalton Schultz, Cole Kmet, Okonkwo. I like Okonkwo a lot. I think we could wait a couple of rounds for him. We're going to go to the flex here, and we see that Samaje Perine, who will probably start for the Denver Broncos this upcoming season, with Williams being out with an injury. We have Zay Flowers, Khalil Herbert. We're back on the clock. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Do we want to reinforce that running back room, or do we want to reinforce that wide receiver room? I think I want to reinforce that wide receiver room. The best we have, best available, is Zay Flowers, which I don't totally agree with. They have so many offensive weapons now, especially with OBJ being there, Rashad Bateman being healthy. And let's see how their running backs stay. Are they going to be healthy? I'm not too sure. We're already scared with J.K. Dobbins. We got Elijah Moore. We've seen some tremendous, we have hope for a tremendous upside over there in Cleveland. So what do you want to do? Their ADP is pretty low. So do we want to reach here? We are going to come back at it. So I'm going to go back in the flex position.
Okay.
And this is a good one. We might just get a backup tight end. I really don't know how we could go out here. I think I want to go Khalil Herbert. And I know what y'all are thinking. Why would you go Khalil Herbert? Because he does extremely well whenever he was a running back one over there in Chicago. So there's a lot of upside. I don't know why he's being drafted so low. No one believes that he's going to continue to be the running back one, which, there's a huge possibility where he's not the running back one for Chicago. But I'm going to take that bet. Hey, you know what? I'm thinking in season, right? He does great for the first 3 weeks as a running back one, racks up those points, and then that trade value is super high then, right? So why not go out there and trade for some pieces wherever you're missing out? Let's say Kyle Pitts is not producing. Maybe I'll go out there and get myself a quote unquote free tight end. And why I say free tight end is because we know if we start seeing a trend where Herbert's getting less and less snaps, we know he's not going to be producing that much towards the end. So we're getting a free player for someone like Khalil Herbert. Wow. So that's pretty cool. I have the voice activated today for Sleeper Fantasy. And right now that Zombie K98 drafted Justin Tucker so high, it literally said, quote unquote, what the end quote. So I think that's pretty funny, pretty
Interesting.
cool. I think kind of referencing that it's a reach. It's a reach.
Mr. reaches a lot.
He does, but he always seems to find himself
He
in the
does.
playoffs.
He does do well somehow.
So let's
Incredible.
see. Now we're gonna look at the wide receiver position. We see Zay Flowers still. He's still on the board. Cortland Sutton, which I'm still not crazy about. I wasn't crazy about him last year. Elijah Moore, Odell Beckham, Alan Lazard is there. Adam Thielen, which I like a lot, but not at this round. We got Jacoby, Rondell Moore, Darnell Mooney. We might just go ahead and get our backup tight end here. So Okonkwo, as someone who I like, and it's probably my second most drafted tight end for fantasy football this year so far, just because
Okay.
there's so much upside being the first tight end there or tight end one for Tennessee. And now that there's so much stress relieved from Derrick Henry, now that D Hop is there, also relieve some stress on that tight end position, right? A rookie that doesn't have to do too much. So let's check it down. Let's drop it to the easy route guy, and let's get some yards.
Okay.
Let's see what else we have. We got Dalton Schultz. I'm not too crazy about him being in Houston. Cole Kmet, not too crazy about Justin Fields checking down the ball, right? We saw that he had an issue with that last year, and he'd rather use his feet than check down the ball for short yardage. So I'm not going to be crazy on that this upcoming season. I'm not going to look forward towards that. That's one of the guys I want to try to stay away from.
Okay.
From the other side, we got Okonkwo, right? Tennessee. Tannehill, do we see that guy scrambling and running for first downs? Nah, probably not. Will he be the starting quarterback all season long? We don't know. There's a possibility where they can, right? If they really want to make a playoff push, if they're winning games, he will be the starting quarterback throughout the whole season. If they are 50-50 on games, he will not be the starting quarterback to finish the season. So then we'll start to worry about some Okonkwo. But we all know what they say, right? Rookie quarterback's best friend is their tight end. So it's a lower risk to go with someone like Okonkwo here. And I think that is the person we're going to go with as far as
Okay.
a backup tight end, because it's wide receivers. I don't like what I see here. I see Cortland Sutton, who could potentially have some upside, but I think his time is done. He was pretty much washed last year. I don't. You guys can blame it on Russell Wilson's play, but I'm just not convinced on Sutton. Mm-mm.
I like all your thoughts here, AJ. Very
You like?
methodical.
Oh, appreciate it. So Zombie K98 gets a defense. Wow, he gets a defense pretty darn high over here. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves our backup tight end, just like what we talked about. I want to get Okonkwo. And then after that, I'm going to see the best available as far as wide receivers. Because when we look at wide receivers here, I don't want to put too much trust in Cortland Sutton. I don't want to put too much trust in Elijah Moore because that's just a hitch, right? We see Donovan Peoples-Jones taking a huge step forward last year. And now that offense is getting healthy, what type of role will Elijah Moore have? We all know he's a talented wide receiver. What type of role will he have with that new offense? We also have Rashad Bateman, Adam Thielen, which I don't want to pick him as a fourth wide receiver. I'll rather get someone like a Rondell Moore who has potential upside of becoming the wide receiver one on that team. I know Hollywood Brown is there, but Rondell Moore did a lot last year when D Hop was out, even with Hollywood was out. when they're both out, I mean, he was a clear-cut wide receiver one. And a lot of
Mhm.
people like to say, oh, what about Dosage, that speedy guy? He's not a wide receiver one guy. He's a short player, and he's going to help with those little slant routes here and there, but he's not that go-to guy. Jonathan Mingo is also here, who also has potential of being a wide receiver one. I'm going to go ahead and show the whole screen here. We are back at Ben the Dog Benavides. Let's check out his team. He's extremely wide receiver heavy here. He has to get a running back. I don't understand this draft method here. He has two top tier running backs as far as Nick Chubb and Derrick Henry. I love it. I absolutely love it. But me, I usually like to have a running back in my flex position, or at least a solid third running back, because those guys, they are hard-nosed runners, right? That's
Mhm.
one thing they both have in common. Hard-nosed runners that don't really catch the ball. So their risk of injury is a lot higher than others. And then he gets Devin Singletary. Ouch, man. If you got to resort to Devin Singletary as your running back 3, that's a little worrisome right there. I love how you reinforce that wide receiver room, but I would have showed a little more care in that running back position. So now it's our turn. We're going to go bring this back up. Look at our wide receivers that we have here. I see Rondell Moore, which I just talked about. I like him a lot. Let's see where we are at. We are 11-10. 11-10, and I don't want to reach either. I think we could get somewhat the same outcome whenever we get someone like Jonathan Mingo after this, because after this we'll be 4 picks away. So let's go ahead and look. How many picks do we have left? I don't want to reach for a kicker here. Let's go ahead and look at tight ends. We just got a backup tight end. Running backs, I feel like we have to. We might just go double running back wide receiver here instead of a backup quarterback, because our quarterback, who is our quarterback? We got Dak Prescott. Yeah, we might just do that. So we're gonna go look at quarterbacks real quick. I know that we got 10 seconds left. Go back to wide receivers. I want to go straight to Rondell Moore and just talk about what I talked about earlier. Rondell Moore has a lot of upside. I know a lot of people would rather risk what do you call that? Investing into a rookie wide receiver like Jonathan Mingo or Nico Collins. I don't think he's a rookie. I think he played some time last year. I think he was dealing with some injuries.
Yeah.
But Nico Collins is another up and up player that has yet to show what he has. So that's another guy that a lot of people are looking forward to, especially with a new head coach, new offense, new quarterback. I mean, new environment, right? So we'll see what happens with Nico Collins upcoming season. This is going to be so much fun watching football.
Can't wait. We're like 30 some days away right now.
Yeah, we're a little over a month away from the NFL.
Next week's preseason.
Dang, next week is preseason already.
Yep.
That
August
is
4th, first game.
See,
very exciting.
Darnell. He goes Darnell Mooney. You still got faith in Mooney? I wasn't the biggest fan of Mooney last year, mainly because of the offense that he was in and the quarterback that he has. We still had a lot of people who were like, hey, Mooney could be that guy. I was never convinced. And he wasn't. He wasn't that guy.
The only upside is him is DJ Moore is going to take attention away from him, so he could be in more favorable matchups. So that's the only upside on Mooney, I think.
Right, but then what do you do with Chase Claypool, Komet,
all of Justin Fields' rushing yards,
or Justin Fields' rushing yards?
Yep, for sure.
Let's see. Elijah Mitchell, the number 1 handcuff for fantasy football this year, is off the clock. I kind of like that. I haven't really looked at handcuffs just yet, but looking into this, I'm still looking at Jonathan Mingo. I think DJ Chark will potentially be that wide receiver 1, but I've been disappointed way too many times with Chark these past few seasons that we might just put a risk on Mingo, and that will be our risk of the season, because after that, we're going to get our kicker and our defense, because we got to get those to start off the season, right? If it was something like a QB position, hey, I'll wait. But if someone like Daniel Jones is on there, I might just pick him up. I might just pick him up. Let's see who else we have. We got both Nico Collins and Jonathan Mingo available. DJ Chark is available. It's kind of crazy that predicting Mingo to be more productive than Chark, knowing that Chark is a veteran and could possibly help out that young quarterback. And Zombie K98 takes a page right out of Reed's notebook and gets tight end Musgrave for the Green Bay Packers. Tell us a little more about him.
Musgrave, he's our second round pick from this past draft. Going to be projected as starter eventually. I think DeGuara will be our starter week 1, but if he doesn't live up to the hype or what the Packers think they can be, Luke Musgrave is most likely going to be the starter long term on the offense. So very good pick, could pan out, but definitely shouldn't be your first option as far as tight end.
Sweet. Okay, so now we're just flying by. I do want to address this real quick. I looked at show drafted, right? So this could be a neat tool just to go through and see who's highlighted, see if someone missed out on anyone, which Sky Moore was on here. He was highlighted. And the reason why I'm not too crazy about Sky Moore is because of how much Kansas City likes to spread out the ball, right? And if your name is not Travis Kelce, then you're not going to be consistent on that offense, right? Even Pacheco doesn't have a clear-cut consistency program because of Jerick McKinnon and all those catches and how involved he is on that offense. So if your name is not Kelce, if your name is not Mahomes, I'm going to be skeptical about drafting you for fantasy football. Here we go. We are back on the clock here, and let's just look what we have so far. We got Dak Prescott, Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Kyle Pitts, James Conner, George Pickens, Herbert, Okonkwo, Moore, Mingo. Okay, so we might want to hit up a running back here. Kind of a sleeper back. I'm going to go over here and see what's available. And we got Rashad Johnson, who could potentially take over that spot. So I'll double down on Chicago running backs, kind of playing it safe. Jaylen Warren, which I don't think is going to see that much playing time now that Najee is healthy. Jeff Wilson, forget about him. Not going to be the guy. Jerome Ford has a lot of upside now that Kareem Hunt is out of Cleveland, right? Because we know that Nick Chubb will not be on every down for the Cleveland Browns. And I am going to go ahead and get a handcuff here, sort of a lock, and someone that no one really is talking about, not nearly enough. I want to get Spears here. So Spears is the backup for Derrick Henry, and we've seen what the backups can do whenever Henry is down, and especially with Henry taking that hard nose hits every single time, and he's getting older year in, year out. I mean, Spears could be a liable option, man. He is a rookie, and he could have a lot of upside, especially if Derrick Henry does get injured, which we do hope that he does not get injured, right? We don't wish injury upon anyone.
You've done that before.
Who was it?
Anybody playing against the Niners.
But that's different. Okay? The emotions are flowing through me. That's what we said earlier on this podcast that our fantasy leagues are not family friendly. Okay, they are
I remember. I was listening.
Oh yeah. Awesome. I appreciate you listening. But yeah, our fantasy leagues are PG-13 at the very least. And if you guys are looking for a fantasy football league, we do have 2 more leagues available. We have 3 total, 1 filled out super quick. I have another free league out there. So if you guys are interested, check out the links in the description below. Get in contact with me. Hit up us in the comment section. I'll add you guys there. We also have a paid league that is $25. Yeah, I know, pretty darn cheap. But 100% of earnings and more go straight to you guys in the form of prizes. Okay, we got some pretty sick trophies going on. Let's see. Oh yeah, AJ.
I don't know. I've been
trying to figure it out. He's mocking when you said that I wished injuries upon someone, and you're like, whoever plays against the Niners, and I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, not my greatest moments here, okay? But that's off the air, so I don't advertise that.
He's a different man when he watches those Niner games.
When I watch the Niners, I am a little aggressive. And
just a little.
just a little aggressive. So I don't recommend anyone watching Niner games with me. I could watch an NFL game with y'all, right? And that's why I don't like doing in-game reactions. I'll do a post-game reaction, but week 1, AJ, yeah, week 1, the San Francisco 49ers have the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you know what? I'm probably going to do a pregame and a postgame. So stay tuned to that. Just because it's week 1, we got to do something special, right? And you know what? We will do something special. AJ, since I was young, yeah, I do. I I don't like Seahawks fans. I don't. I tolerate Vincent. That's what I do. I tolerate him just because we do a podcast together.
Dang.
Really, if it wasn't for the podcast, we wouldn't talk during the football season. Back in the day, Vince and I, we would not talk during the football season, and we'll start our friendship back up again when basketball starts. You could ask him. It's true. It's 100% true. Let's see. We are waiting for Zombie K98. He just got Kyler Murray. I think that's the best backup quarterback that is out there. We didn't go with a backup quarterback here. We still got people like Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford, who are out there, which we could easily get in the waiver wires. Remember, guys, BCB, who's been looking really good, outperforming Sam Darnold and Trey Lance today. So that's something.
Is he throwing? He's throwing out there?
Yeah, he has no restrictions.
Trey Lance is done for.
Supposedly, Trey Lance had a very bad day today. So we will see. Right now, I'm riding with what the experts say, and those experts are the coaching staffs over there in San Francisco. I would trust whatever they do. So now we are here in the last 2 rounds, and this is what I like to do. I like to pick up my kicker, and I like to pick up my defense. We got Shooter McPherson. We can't pass up on him. And defense-wise,
AJ, but you pick up a new defense every week.
If you saw my last video, I talked about the exceptions that you will make if there's a certain defense available. All right.
Certain defenses or just defense?
Defenses, but really just one, and that's the San Francisco 49ers, dog. We are hitting them up. We're going to pass on Shooter McPherson, which we might regret, but as far as kickers and defense, especially defense, I pass on them. I revolve them every single week on Fantasy Football. I'm looking for the best matchups, and I'm looking at the Niners schedule. I know it by memory, and it looks good for them.
All right.
It might be like a couple weeks where I want to replace them, like one against the Bengals, the Eagles. I'm sorry?
Gary says L of a defense.
L of the defense? Oh my gosh. Look at your team, bro. Yeah, I went there. Getting Nico Collins, DJ Chark. That's actually pretty good this late in the round. So I like that a lot. We'll go over your team and we'll give you a grade. All right. Just like what we did yesterday, we gave Liam a grade. We gave Gabriel a grade. Same thing with Zombie K98. We'll give all y'all some grades here. And Reed's going to help me out.
Okay, I will.
Over defense, it's not like their defense in the they're the best defense in the league or anything. So he's just trolling himself at this point. Because they are the best defense in the league. If you look at Madden, they're the highest rated defense.
But Madden's trash, isn't it?
Madden is trash. They are the highest rated defense in the league, but yet they only had 2 guys in the 90s in the defense.
Cowboys have a better team than you guys and the Browns.
Yeah. Yep. We are 9 in overall as a team for Madden. We are 9. That's horrible. So when it comes to kickers, a little bit word of advice. I like to look at high-powered offenses, right? What are the offenses that are going to march down the field and get in field goal range every single time they're on, or possibly every single time they have the ball? And obviously here, guys, it's an obvious. We got Miami. I'm just kidding. We're going to go Jake Moody, the rookie.
Oh, my God. This guy's so bad.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's such a good draft that you saw Niner.
Dude, 3 days of minicamp so far, and Jake Moody has not missed. Okay. He has not missed.
Well, what if the nerves, AJ, the nerves of the NFL game?
Then you know what? We revolve him. move the door. We push the door. He's out. Someone else is in. Someone's
For
going to be
sure.
available. And always look the bye weeks, okay?
For sure.
People always make the mistakes of letting go of the best defense in the league or letting go of the best kicker in the league just because of a bye week. All right? Take the risk. Take the guy. All right? Keep him. Lose a four-string wide receiver. His time is probably not going to come. Just do it.
All right. What do you think of my kicking joke in the Niner video?
The kicking joke?
Did you watch it?
I did watch it. Yeah,
I was
you
like,
mispronounced like everyone's name.
I was like, well, hopefully it pans out for them, or they're going to be kicking themselves.
Oh yeah, I do remember now.
That was funny.
I was so disappointed with all the names that you just did not know.
Listen. These some complicated names here.
Oh, I bet. Oh yeah, I guess yeah. Omenihue was pretty complicated. I remember that. That's someone who we lost. I really liked him.
I know how to pronounce that one. It's just in the moment when I'm trying to read it, I'm like,
like Omen who? It was like what? Omenihue. You reminded me of Vincent trying to pronounce a coach's name or even an offensive lineman's name.
Did Nestor get the Packers defense? Hey, I like you, Nestor. I like you. That's a bad pick, but I like you, man.
And with the Mr. Irrelevant pick, Kyrie gets Nick Folk, kicker, New England. I don't know why you got him. New England's quarterback is trash.
Yeah, but if they can get in the field goal range,
that's all they're getting.
But then stall. That's what you really, really want. You want an offense that stalls in the field goal range.
Very true. Very true. So right now we're gonna go ahead and grade here. So we're gonna go from left to right. We got Ben the Dog, Benavides here. We got Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, D Hop, DK Metcalf. Very surprised DK was still available in the fourth round. Evan Ingram, Trevor Lawrence, Michael Pittman, Addison, Tyler Boyd, Adam Thielen, Devin Singletary as his third running back. That's a little scary. Derek Carr, Hayden Hurst, Shooter McPherson, and the Bears defense.
I have to say right away, I love as soon as you said Benny was going wide receiver heavy, he stopped.
Well, that's how this has happened like yesterday and also last week. As soon as I talk about someone, they take it, right? Yeah. They take the person. They're listening to me. Yeah. And this is one advantage that they're going to have whenever we are drafting because I will be live. So you guys are going to hear my thoughts and you could take, the step ahead of me or these guys during our draft.
Yep.
So overall, Benny, you start off really heavy. I'm not too crazy about your wide receivers. I feel like they're kind of mid here. Even your starting wide receivers. I'm going to go ahead and shoot you a B. Just a plain out B. Not a B minus, but a plain out B. What do you think here, Reed?
I'm thinking about the same. Yeah, I'm going to go with a B. B. Yep. I was trying to see if this is B minus or B plus, but it's right there at a B in my opinion.
Yeah, I didn't want to knock him down to a B minus because D Hop will demand a high target share and DK Metcalf will be consistent. But I don't think either of them have enough juice to be a standout elite wide receiver for fantasy football.
For sure.
Nick Chubb and Derrick Henry, awesome. I think that's going to be carrying the team. Yep. Evan Ingram, still not crazy about. Trevor Lawrence, double dipping there. That's risky. Let's go ahead and move on to me since I am next, not because it's me, but we have Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, Kyle Pitts, James Conner, George Pickens, Dak Prescott, Khalil Herbert, Chris Okonkwo, Rondale Moore, Jonathan Mingo, Spears, Niners defense, and Niners kicker. What do you think here, Reed?
Oh, I love your first 4 to 5 picks, man. I'm like, oh, this is an A plus team. I love the value where you're picking them. And then me personally, you kind of lose me after that. So I'm going to give you a B plus.
A B plus. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Just because with it being a 12-man draft, there wasn't a lot of people available here. I
Mhm.
wanted to get Lawrence in the next round after Connor, but someone was listening, I guess, and they took Trevor Lawrence right away. And if I would have looked hard enough, I just took James Conner, and I was stuck between Pittman and Pickens. And
Mhm.
have a little more trust in the Pittsburgh offense over a rookie quarterback that might just run the ball a lot. So I went
Sure.
ahead and got Pickens.
For sure. Yeah, I think your first 4 to 5 picks are going to be like your bell house. You're going to carry your team right there. So I think you're definitely going to be one of the better teams to beat.
Nice. I appreciate that. Next, we got Zombie K98, Questionable
Ooh,
Pick McGee over here. We got AJ Brown, Debo Samuel in the second round, Aaron Jones,
ooh.
Joe Mixon, Justin Fields, Pat Freiermuth, Jawan Dotson, Williams, Justin Tucker, Philadelphia Eagles defense, Darnell Mooney, Musgrave, tight end for Green Bay, Kyler Murray, and Johnson, running back from Chicago, and the Green Bay Packers defense. What do you think here?
I'm going to go. I think, honestly, I really like this draft.
Really?
I mean, Justin Tucker as a kicker, that is huge points for me.
Oh my god. Look where he drafted him.
I don't care where he drafted him. I'm talking about the team.
Okay.
I'm going to go B plus.
All right. I want you to know, Nestor, this is nothing personal. This is my honest opinion here. I want to give you a C plus.
Dang.
A C plus. And this is why. Okay, I'm gonna break it down for you.
Let me hear it.
AJ Brown, he's going to be consistent, right? But Smith's going to have a bigger role this upcoming season. And then with Jalen Hurts, they got something to play for. That offense is going to be all over the place, spreading the ball out a lot of points to spread out. Debo Samuel as your second, pick. I'm not crazy about it.
For
I'm,
sure.
he gets his meat and potatoes are the yards after the catch. How many opportunities will he have? Brandon Ayuk looks really good this offseason. I mean, he looks like he's going to be the wide receiver one this upcoming season. So Debo Samuel, I'm very unsure of. You're going to have a 40-point game, and then you're going to have a 5-point game the next week. So inconsistency is there. Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones. I do feel like he is undervalued a lot this upcoming season for fantasy. But, what are we going to expect from him this upcoming season? Right? You have a young quarterback or a quarterback trying to build relations with this team, and you have Aaron Jones, which, might be his last year there in Green Bay.
It is.
What are you trying to build there? What are they trying to do? If they are running for a playoff contending team, then Aaron Jones will stay there. If they are starting to fall off, I think they're going to switch up Aaron Jones to help Love try to build a relationship, whether it be with AJ Dillon or with another young running back that they have, or just wait to the draft. So there's a little bit of uncertainty there. Joe Mixon, I think that was a great pickup towards the end. I think he's going to be consistent. Justin Fields, I'm still not crazy about. Everyone's drafting him super high. I'm not terribly crazy, and I feel like he's just going to injure himself. Huge possibility. I'm like I said, don't like it, right? I don't like it. Pat Freiermuth, I think he's going to be the type of guy that's going to get you a consistent 5 to 6 points a game. So I'm not mad at it, but it's nothing like whoa. So all right. Jawan Dotson, I kind of explained earlier, there's a lot of points to spread around there. Williams going to miss the first half of the season. This should become a huge factor. Tucker, great. They drafted a little too high for him. Eagles, okay. You picked the Eagles over the Niners defense. Whatever. They got a good defense too. That's the other team I was talking about if they are available.
Gotcha.
So I think that's a bit of a reach there because no other defense was taken until the second to last round. Then you had Darnell Mooney. Not too sure there. Musgrave is a backup tight end. I think he's a good backup from what Reed is saying. I'm going to take his word for it. Kyler Murray. I think that's a solid, really good backup QB. So I'm not even going to continue on there. But just with that being said, that's why I rate you at a C plus.
I believe in you, Nestor. Remember that.
He always does good every single season.
He
So
always does good.
he kills it in the waiver wire.
Mm-hmm.
Going on to Kyrie. This guy's like has his toes curled and like jumping on his chair right now. He's been waiting for me to rank his team, and he's just going to disagree with me with whatever I say. I want to see if he's still on here. Best team, no question. He put that 8 minutes ago. Okay. All right, let's break you down, Kyrie. You got Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Calvin Ridley, Amari Cooper, Alexander Madison, Darren Waller, Deshaun Watson, Michael Thomas, Zay Flowers, Samaji P. Ryan, Elijah Mitchell, Tyler Algier, Nico Collins, DJ Chark, and Nick Folk. Reed, you want to take it first?
Did he draft a defense?
Oh my gosh.
He didn't draft a defense, did he?
Bro, you didn't even draft a defense, dude. That means one of these two guys, more than likely, are out of there.
Probably.
So, wow, minus points there already.
Yeah, honestly, like I was really loving this. I honestly think this is a really good draft until that like mess up there. Maybe you can swing somebody in there or whatever, but you ain't gonna have a top defense now. I'm gonna go a B plus.
B plus. Okay.
Because I don't like the Jonathan Taylor pick too much. I think he's gonna have a better year than last year. Calvin Ridley, I really like that pick. His footage from camp, dude is so explosive. It looks so good. I can't wait to see what he does this year. Amari Cooper, I think, is gonna have a lot of touches. Madison, we'll see what he is. Darren Waller, we'll see what he is. Deshaun Watson, I think is good. I like the Michael Thomas pick at that round. Zay Flowers, I think, is going to be really good. P. Ryan, good. Elijah Mitchell, handcuff. I think this is a solid draft.
Oh, someone's typing right now. We'll see what happens. But for me, this is uncertainty, big time, right? Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, I love it. I love those picks. A+ on those two picks. Calvin Ridley, he looks. We broke it down yesterday, Liam and I. He looks amazing in training camp so far. It looks like a beast, right?
So
but
fast.
Is he going to be the go-to guy? Because they're still playing Christian Kirk as a wide receiver 1 over there. And we saw Zay Jones take out a huge chunk of targets from Christian Kirk. So now you add another player there, Calvin Ridley. So this might be a situation like the Washington Commanders, which hopefully they will change their name soon, where you have Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, Jawan Dotson, where it's just spread out so much. Who's going to be the consistent guy? And it just might be Kirk. I'll love for it to be Ridley. I'm really hoping for his comeback. But safety with Amari Cooper, right? You have Elijah Moore over there, Donovan Peoples-Jones, who kind of stole the show towards the back end of the season last year. Uncertainty to the max. I'm going to give you for these two, a B- here. Alexander Madison, I like. That's a B there. Darren Waller, I like. I'll give you an A-. Deshaun, B+. Thomas, hopefully he does something. I'll give you a B. Zay Flowers, a B-. And then the rest out here, I don't like it. I think overall as a team, I got to give you a B-.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry. Different. We just think different.
We do think different. That's why you're here, because we're not supposed to be the same.
Higher. Okay. Benny says higher grade than me. He even got a D.
What did we rate Benny? We rate Benny a B+.
We got him, but we both gave him a B.
Oh, yeah, I gave Kyrie a B-.
He's talking trash about me.
Oh, but let's talk about that, right? He doesn't even have a defense on there. So I was very surprised that he got Collins and Chark. I was like, wow, that's really good towards the late rounds. How'd you get? He doesn't have a defense.
So I'll drop Collins and pick up whatever defense you want.
So you're losing on one of those, right?
For sure, you're losing. Yes, that's fair.
Because that helped you.
Listen, I took away points because there was no defense. All right.
Okay.
I've already calculated that in my grade.
I'm talking about my grade. I'm not questioning your grade.
Okay.
Your grade is yours.
Yeah.
Over here, this dude's a fraud, bro. So you're either missing out on defense week 1, or I'm picking up one of these two guys.
Who are you dropping?
Me on my team?
Yeah.
I'm dropping Spears.
Spears?
Oh, yeah. He's a backup.
Okay.
He's going to be available. I mean, unless he gets injured. I mean, it's a good guy to bet on, right? And if you have space, I'd like to have a handcuff there, right? But guys who have right off the bat upside, are these guys right here.
So why don't you take DJ Chark?
Why? Because I have John D'Amigo.
Okay.
There's always a reason why I do things here. But yeah, so that is the draft for today. Appreciate every single one of y'all joining. Like I said, if you're trying to join fantasy football, we do have a few links available. Hit one of our links in the description down below. Enter into our giveaway that is right here. We're going to be pushing that out. It is part of our YouTube Shorts and also TikTok. So if you have TikTok, find us, look us up. We're NSP Football Talk, or look in the description down below. We have the link down there. So thank you all so much. We'll be doing this again for sure Thursday. If we're going to do it before or after, we will keep y'all updated in the Discord, which the link is in the description. So thank you all so much. And until next time, keep on grinding.